Don't push it.
We'll be fine.
No, I know, but I mean,
Yeah, put it where you want it. In there too. And
BluesToDo TV with Marlee Walker. Tonight, we welcome saxophonist Robbie Jordan and a bunch of his friends, including the South Sound Youth Jazz, plus the latest BluesToDo calendar. And we feature our CD of the week, Watermelon Slim and the Workers, No Paid Holidays on Northern Blues. So stick around, it's BluesToDo TV. You're connecting to blues in the Pacific Northwest and beyond with the winner of over 20 blues awards and still singing the blues, Marlee Walker.
that's right, live on a Friday night. It is channel 29 and 77, and boy, we have an exciting show for you tonight. I hope you can stick around for the full hour. South Sound Youth Jazz, a bunch of horn players, and they have been rehearsing just for this TV show. Tonight, after the show, you can also see them at Egan's. They're going to be part of a jam session that'll probably go till, well, it'll go after their bedtime. They have to leave it at 11, but it is all ages until 11 o'clock, and then we'll continue on at Egan's Ballard Jam House in Ballard. Looking forward to this evening. I actually was supposed to have surgery this morning, and it got postponed, so I want to thank everybody who's been praying for me who didn't find out that it got postponed. But keep your prayers going. We'll probably do something in August, but we got to do more research. Yeah, get more information, please. Anyway, a great crew tonight, a full house. We've even got a studio audience, a live studio audience. Give yourselves some applause. Yeah, you sound beautiful. You sound beautiful. All right, just had to practice. Our CD of the week is how we start the show. Let's get into it. It's called No Paid Holidays. Great title for the 4th of July weekend coming up next weekend. Watermelon Slim and the Workers, one of the hot new groups coming up here in the blues recently. This is their 3rd release on the Northern Blues music label out of Canada. The label's out of Canada. Give a listen. Watermelon Slim and the Workers, track number 2 is where we start here on BluesToDo TV.
With the string of this old guitar, I'm in tune with the string of this old guitar. And if there's any salvation in this world, is it you, my salvation, Lord?
Yeah, Watermelon Slim and the Workers. I wouldn't say he's one of the most good-looking guys in the blues. That's probably not how you would put it. And he'd probably take that joke just fine. He's a sweetheart of a guy, a very, very fine player, and he surrounds himself with talented people. This time he's got David Maxwell on the keyboard, Leroy Parnell doing some guitar work. We heard Archetypal Blues number 2. He's a thinking man. Yeah, his lyrics are definitely worth checking out twice or 3 times even, because he has something to say, even if it's a little tough for him to say it sometimes. This is a cover tune, though, an Albert King hit that I just love, Call My Job. Track number 3 on our CD of the week. It is Watermelon Slim and the Workers, No Paid Holidays, here on BluesToDo TV.
Saturday I played the ponies, Sunday I be sitting drinking. Monday morning 8:30 a.m. I'm holding my head and thinking, call my job. Tell the boss I won't be in. I had too much to drink last night. Don't you know I had too much weekend? I drank whiskey with my water, whiskey with my tea, whiskey, wine, and cocaine. Be the death of me, call my job.
Yeah, they use terms like honest and sincere and authentic to describe Watermelon Slim and the Workers. As I said, his 3rd release on the Northern Blues Music record label, one of the hot labels that's been cranking out some great music recent years. Nominated for awards. This year he won. Let's see, what category did he win in? I think it was CD of the Year. Anyway, yeah, great categories, nominated for years and finally won this year. He says in the liner notes, this is great, he's trying to thank everybody and he realizes he can't really get around to thanking everybody. So he says, I pray that my mouth will go parched and sore from trying. Yeah, he's a poet. Here's another track. This is one he wrote, The Bloody Burmese Blues. Yeah, he's getting political here. This is Watermelon Slim and the Workers on BluesToDo TV. Go ahead, turn it up.
I wonder what the U.S. press thinks of this. I wonder what the American press will do with this. I wonder if they're even listening, or if they're just doing customary business.
Watermelon Slim and the Workers, great group. Yes, nominated and winning this year for CD of the Year. And that, their new CD, brand new CD, as I said, on Northern Blues Music record label. And Watermelon Slim and the Workers, what is it? It's called No Paid Holidays. Well, some of us do have to work on the 4th of July, although it'll be the Portland Waterfront Blues Festival, and that's hardly work, although a lot of people really work hard to put it on, believe me. It's a benefit for the food bank. It also benefits people in Washington State, in, I believe, Clark County, right on the edge of the border between Oregon and Washington. And it's a great event, the biggest and finest event west of the Mississippi, and I feel like it's one of the most well-run. I haven't been to all the festivals on the planet, but as far as blues festivals go, it's one of the finest, most well-run. Peter Damon from the Delay Band putting his efforts in there every year, as well as people from the Oregon Food Bank, and a wonderful effort, and it's very reasonable. $10 a day. You can plan ahead and get your package tickets, and of course bring cans of food as part of your admission. They have cruises. Let's see who's there this year. Isaac Hayes, Charlie Musselwhite, Phoebe Snow, Canned Heat, the Manish Boys, Joe Bonamassa, Elvin Bishop, James Hunter, Eric Lindell, Ruthie Foster, Rory Block. Lots of interesting stuff. Arthur Adams, a great songwriter. Curtis Salgado, who we just featured his CD brand new last week here on BluesToDo TV. The Portland Soul All-Stars, and you know Portland's got some talented people playing the music down there, so looking forward to more at the Portland Waterfront Blues Festival. That means we will take next Friday off because it's the 4th of July, but we're going to play you a great show next Friday. I hope you get a chance to tune in anyway. Online, www.scantv.org is where you can find it anywhere in the world, no matter where you're vacationing. The 4th of July, we're going to have a repeat, but it's best of BluesToDo TV. Jim Earlybird and Jeff Jason talking about New Orleans, talking about old school radio here in Seattle. It was a great show. We didn't really play, we tried to repeat some of it. We're going to play the whole thing for you next Friday night, so do tune in anyway. But we're going to be down in Portland enjoying the Waterfront Blues Festival. At least I hope so. I don't have a place to stay yet, but I might be blowing up a little bed and flopping on somebody's floor. We'll see. It's a great event anyway. All right, let's get to more of the BluesToDo calendar. In a minute, we do first do the Civil Rights Minute. Just give me a minute if you think that civil rights has nothing to do with the blues. Will you just go ahead and talk to me about that someday? I'll be glad to have a conversation with you. If you really don't think so, then maybe you need some history. Here's a little history for you. Little Rock, Arkansas desegregates. If you got an image over here, there we go. Little Rock, Arkansas was was a relatively liberal community. Its school board had been the first in the South to agree to desegregate its schools in compliance with the Supreme Court's 1954 Brown versus Board of Education decision. However, just before the school opened in 1957, that's about when TV was in every home, Arkansas Governor Orville Fabu announced that he would call out the Arkansas National Guard to maintain order, quote unquote, in case of forcible integration, quote unquote. White mobs prevented the 9 black students chosen to integrate Central High School from entering. President Dwight Eisenhower was finally forced to send in federal troops to protect the Little Rock 9, you've heard that, and to ensure that they could attend classes. National Guardsmen, like the one in this photograph, remained at Central High throughout the school year. In the spring, Ernest Green became the first African American to graduate from Central, but Governor Fabu closed the Little Rock schools for the next 2 years rather than integrate them. This photograph from the U.S. News and World Report, part of the collection at the Library of Congress. They've given us permission, as well as the people at Pomegranate Communications. They publish the Civil Rights Movement's knowledge cards, which I read from every week, if I can read anyway. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Really great little history minute, and I've been enjoying the cards for years. I thought I'd share them, and they gave me permission, so what the heck. Hope you enjoyed that. All right, into that calendar, it is Mozales, and he was here already this week a couple of nights, but he's going to be through Sunday at Demetrius Jazz Alley playing with Larry Coryell, both of those gentlemen. Here's a sample of Mozales and one of my favorite Southern poets here on BluesToDo TV.
John D. Loudermilk. You say it's the best release you've ever found. You say that you're trying to lose weight, but you ain't lost a pound. While you're out there with your friend, I'm home feeding the kids again. You call it jogging, but I call it running around. You call it jogging, but I call it running around. Them soles on your running shoes ain't wearing down. Friends all smile and agree. Yes, she's running, definitely. You call it jogging, but I call it running around.
As I said, Demetrius Jazz Alley having Mozales back again in the summertime, in the summer heat. Larry Coryell joining him through Sunday night. And next on our BluesToDo calendar, he's playing the Triple Door. He's also playing at Portland, the Waterfront Blues Festival I mentioned earlier. Mr. Charlie Musselwhite, a Northwest favorite. Here's a track from his latest, Delta Hardware, on BluesToDo TV.
Born in Mississippi, raised up in Tennessee. You never want to cross or mess with a man like me. Friends like me cause I speak my mind. Women love me cause I take my time. Jump and shout cause church is out. Took my girl to church back down in my hometown. Preacher got excited and threw his Bible down. He said, I've been preaching too long a time. He can get yours and I'll get mine. Jump and shout, cause church is out.
Oh, that's a fun song. Church is out. You know what that feeling is. Yes, indeed. Charlie Musselwhite singing about the truth, which is always a great place to start, whether you're doing comedy or writing songs. All right, Charlie Musselwhite, I did say he's in that BluesToDo calendar, but I was sort of preoccupied and I didn't look. Oh, here he is. Here he is. 7:30 show on Wednesday, July 2nd. And also, as I said, in Portland at the Waterfront Blues Festival, probably over the 4th of July weekend. Yeah, definitely over the 4th of July weekend. Also over the 4th of July weekend, Teddy Lee Hooker is going to be playing, I just got this word today, at Jambalaya Restaurant in Parkland. They're doing a lot of blues out there, July 5th. Near Tacoma. So yeah, just got that word. Since we're going to be off next week, I figured I better do a couple of future BluesToDo calendar items. Let's look at this. Let's see, B.B. King. Well, actually, he's over here through the 4th of July weekend as well. Chateau Saint Michel, Woodinville on the 3rd at 7 p.m. And then look for him also at the Maryhill Winery in Goldendale, Washington on the 5th. Here's a sample, one of my favorite old B.B. King songs on BluesToDo TV.
Think about you all the time. Yes, I can't wait to see you, baby. You've really messed up my mind. You're so fine. Wanna hold you all the time. Oh, and when you touch me, baby, tears of
nothing like that one-string pick in a B.B. King. He's so unique. You can hear him a mile away, can't you? Let's see. Taste at Tacoma this weekend. Also, Fiddle Tunes just starting this weekend in Port Townsend. Oh, I said B.B. is on the 3rd at the Chateau Saint-Michel. Let me repeat that for you. Also, Maryhill Winery on the 5th. And I don't know where he is on the 4th, but let him take a day off, huh? 80-something years old. Also, on the 4th of July, look for Highway 99 Blues Club. That's a Friday night, so they're going to have music. Moreland and Arbuckle, great touring act out of the nominated list, out of the Handy's Blues Music Awards this year. Also at the New Orleans Creole Restaurant on the 4th of July, the Blues Gypsies. This is Ricky Parrish. He was formerly with John Lee Hooker, so that should be some great music. If you're in town, 4th of July, you can't make it to Portland, go to the New Orleans or go to the 99 Club. Great music all weekend. And the Tacoma Freedom Fair, they got 2 scoops. They also got the best of the people who won at the South Sound Blues Association's contest to Memphis. So some good music out there in Tacoma as well. Up next, let's take two more acts. Rory Block is in town. The Upstage on the 9th and the 10th. She'll be at the Triple Door. Here's a sample of her Mr. Johnson CD on BluesToDo TV.
Got up this morning, blues walking like a man. I got up this morning, saw blues walking like a man. Worried blue, give me your right hand.
Oh, she's touted as the finest on the traditional blues. We had a great time at the Triple Picky this week, by the way. A lot of great acoustic blues, traditional blues women there, too. But Rory Block, long time known as one of the finest. Upstage in Port Townsend, as I said, July 9th and the 10th. Rory Block, 7:30 show at the Triple Door in Seattle. Oh, we got Rockin' Jake at the Rockfish Grill that weekend, too. And Mike Lynch's Nightlife makes a return, Salmon Bay Eagles, July 10th. Let me also take a minute to say Salmon Bay Eagles. Yes, that means Jimmy Jean. And Jimmy Jean turned 60 years old this week. Tonight, they're celebrating her birthday at the Salmon Bay Eagles. And she's had a little health check lately, so do say a prayer for her, if nothing else, for her birthday. Again, Salmon Bay Eagles tonight. Jimmy Jean turning 60 years old. I want to say hello. Good birthday to you, Jimmy Jean. All right, well, lots more in the BluesToDo calendar. You can always go to www.bluestodo.com and check it out, see all the favorite names that you have. Johnny Lang, I don't know if we got time for it, but he'll be at the Emerald Queen Casino in Tacoma July 11th. We will be back on this show on July 11th with Steve Stefanowitz, a sightless man out of Tacoma that plays his butt off on the guitar. So he'll be a very exciting show. We'll be back then, as I said, on July 11th. Okay, I think we're going to... Everybody knows what Johnny Lang sounds like, and I've gone over my scheduled time. I wanted to say the LA Chill Harmonic is going to be coming your way. Doesn't that sound like a great band? Woo! 80 degrees here in Seattle today, and we like that idea. The Chill Harmonic Orchestra. I just had to say that. That sounds very fun. All right, we'll see you in Portland. Do have a great 4th of July weekend, a safe 4th of July weekend. Here on the show live, a very exciting show. Please, won't you put your hands together for Robbie Jordan and the South Sound Youth Jazz.
What's this I hear? There's a whole lot of talk. People say, try to work the kid. Hey, yeah. Tell me what you did. You can call it what you want, but I call it messing with the kid. You know the kid plays hot, and I don't play. Say what I mean what I say, yeah, yeah. Look at what you did. You can call it what you want, but I call it messing with the kid. Drive around town, tell everybody, try to put
more applause. Stretch it out.
Featured Ron Hendee on that vocals. Give him one more time. Give it up for Ron Hendee on Messing with the Kid. That was Cameon Edson on alto solo, Terry Nelson on B3 organ solo, and Bob Limbocker on guitar. And we're going to do a nice slow ballad from Edgar Winters in his White Trash album called I've Got News for You.
And the whole world has your name. Well, let me say to you, mama, oh, I've got news for you. Well, somehow your story don't ring true, little girl. And I've got news for you. Watch when they come from Uncle Joe. When I looked at the inscription, it said a lie from your daddy. Oh, well, let me tell you, pretty mama, I've got news for you. Well, somehow your story don't ring true, little girl. With your lipstick on. I got news for you. Somehow your story don't ring true, little girl, and I've got news for you.
Thank you very much. That was, again, Ron Hendee. And the horn section. Put your hands together for that horn solo there. Taking it downtown. Yes, indeed. We're going to do Fats Domino and take it down to New Orleans for you with a little shuffle, second line kind of thing, and feature another horn solo section. And, again, keep the man working. R.H. Ron Hendee.
So right on the
1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm walking, yes indeed, I'm talking about you and me, and I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. I said I'm lonely as I can be, I'm waiting for your company. I'm hoping What you gonna do when the well runs dry? You're gonna run away and maybe hide. I'm gonna be right by your side. For you, pretty baby, I'd even die. I'm walking, yeah. Yes, indeed, and I'm talking about you and me. And I'm hoping you come back to me, yeah. Yes, I'm walking. Yes, indeed, and I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping you come back to me. Oh, baby, I'm lonely as I can be, and I'm waiting for your company. I'm hoping you come back to me. Well, what's you gonna do when the well runs dry? You're gonna sit right down and cry. What you gonna do when I say bye-bye? All you're gonna do is cry. I'm walking, yeah. Yes, indeed, and I'm talking about you and me, and I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. Oh, baby, I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. Once again, I'm hoping, yeah, that you'll come back to me.
Oh, that sounds great. All right, guys. It is South Sound Youth Jazz, Robbie Jordan and friends. Let's see, Ron Hendee doing the vocals. Really nice, Ron Hendee vocals. Let me get back in here, guys. You got a room for a little. Oh, there you go. So, Robbie Jordan, you got a bunch of young guys in this band, together with a little bit of older generation guys. How'd you get this? How'd you get this going?
Excuse me. You know, we've been playing at different establishments with different age groups, and there's been 3 different bands, like the starters, the young kids, the middle age, and then these are the old cats.
Old cats.
You know,
We've had Ron on with Paulie O'Keefe
and
recently.
even the students here. This is Cameon Edson. He's going to be a freshman over at University of Washington. He comes all the way from Bonnie Lake High School to do this gig. You know, and we've rehearsed over at Cornish with various different forms of the band. And another guy right here, Derrick DeGroot. He's just graduated from Western Washington University, and he's getting ready for his master's. And then we got the young punkin over here, Brycen Manning. He's going to be a sophomore at Stanwood High School.
Wow, high school.
Coming up is Jacob Chism. Now he's up in Granite Falls. So we've had the drummer Xavier from Roosevelt. They come from Issaquah, kind of all over the place. So maybe the band should be called Puget Sound Youth Jazz. Maybe so. I don't know.
Well, and that takes a lot of effort. I think probably email helps you to communicate with everybody, but that still is a lot of effort to put all those connections together and say, can you get a ride on this date and all those things. So tonight will be a great day. You can see this group live at Egan's and even sit in with them. It'll be a jam session. They have a little baby grand piano over there. Ballard is a great place for music tonight. The Ballard Jam House. Also, as I said earlier, Salmon Bay Eagles having that 60th birthday party for Jimmy Jean. So we've got Terry Nelson on the Hammond B3 hiding back there.
Stand up, Terry.
Tell me something about Harry.
Some cool shades. This guy he's kicking B3. Terry and I have had an opportunity to play together over the last, year or so. And we had a rehearsal up at Terry's house up in LaConner.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, so Cam flew up by plane from Bonnie Lake, but we all merged up at Terry's house, family, friends, Copper River salmon, and all the goodies, barbecue, and we couldn't get out of there till 8 o'clock. We started at 1:30. We had so much fun playing as a group, learning these tunes for this cool show here with Marlee Walker that we were just, we dug it, had fun, and I think that's part of the whole thing with this group. Whether we're at someone's house here, New Orleans, Egan's tonight, you know, we aim to please, but we aim to have a good time too, you know.
Well, and a horn section is rare. It's hard to tour with a horn section, so a lot of bands just don't have them. So it is really sweet to hear those tight horns. Nice harmonies, guys. And let's see, on guitar back here, we've got Bob Limbocker on drums, Keith Bachman, and Jim Hergosi on the bass. Go ahead. You want to talk about these guys too?
Well, I call this LBL. This is little Bobby Limbocker right here. He's a guitarist. He teaches and performs. Has some wonderful groups that he's involved in. Spent a year in Spain. Before that was a lit major over at the University of Washington and graduated, and a dear friend. And that's another thing. Music and friendships go together.
Yeah, no kidding. It's like family after a little while. Well, now, is there a website people can follow up, find out more, or is there somewhere that they can go to find you to talk to you about the whole group?
You know, there just happens to be a website called RobbieJordan.com, and it's sort of under construction, but look for it. It's there now, but look for the bright new colors coming up in about a week or two. It'll be awesome. And I want to say one thing about our drummer here. He's also my father. No, just joking. I'm sorry. I try to be too funny sometimes, but this is a dear friend. We have history. What, Keith? 15, 20 years? Easily, awesome. You know. And Keith, he was a drummer for a little bit on the Blue Notes, back in the early 60s? You know, and lots of groups like that. And so he has a lot of blues history. And let's see, over here, the Groove Master, ladies and gentlemen, Jim Hergosi. Yeah. Say that again. Jim Ruskoski. There we go, Ruskosi, getting it. Got to give some respect and say the guy's name right here.
It's a minority ethnic group.
Thank you for clarifying. We got to get that right.
Well, Jim's going to be singing a really cool song, a Johnny Guitar Watson thing called Real Mother For Ya, after we do a instrumental coming up by one of my favorite groups, and actually the whole gang here, called the Crusaders, also known as the Jazz Crusaders. So cats like Joe Sample, Wilton Felder, Styx, these kind of guys, they have a big influence on why we have so much fun playing. You know, their music lives.
Well, and Robbie Jordan, you're doing a lot of stuff these days, too. You've told me that you were sitting in with Dr. John's band, is that right?
Well, you know, I was contracting the West Coast tour with Dr. John and the Neville Brothers, the horn section, and Ron Hendee was on trumpet, a phenomenal organ recording artist, Rich Cole on tenor, and we played the winery up here.
What do you call yourselves, the Boise?
The Boise Horns. Yeah, let's get that plug in, the Boise Horns, you know.
All right, well, Robbie Jordan, putting a little spice in the live music scene here in the Northwest. We have a great scene, and it is hot up here tonight, so I'm going to let them play a few more out. I got a couple more notes to pass on at the end of the show, again, about Egan's. An opportunity for you. You can see this band live and even sit it and jam with them. A few of the players have to go to gigs. I think Ron's going to go to a gig, but we'll be having that baby grand singing and having lots of fun at Egan's Ballard Jam House, 9 o'clock set and 11 o'clock set. At 11, the kids have to go home, but it is all ages until then, so great opportunity for some live music in your life. Okay, I want to mention also next week, right here on this show, it's the best of Jim Earlybird with Jeff Jason, and then week after that, Steve Stefanowitz and a pre-Winthrop show, so stay tuned. More great BluesToDo TV right here. All right, messing with the kid, I've got news for you. Edgar Winter, I'm liking these tune selections. It is Robbie Jordan and South Sound Youth Jazz. Give it up for him, my studio audience. Applaud, applaud, applaud. All right.
Thank you very much. We're going to do a Crusader song Thank you very much. We're going to do a Crusaders song. This is actually, I think, maybe a Jazz Crusaders, but it's called Tough Talk, and it's just funky and laid back in the groove, so enjoy. We're going to feature some soloists up here, and then we're going to get a young altoist up here to be featured on Summertime. So here we go. Tough Talk, fellas. little tough talk for y'all by the Jazz Crusaders. We're going to give it up here for Jim on vocals. Jimmy H.
Right on. Are we going to be able to hear this in the monitor? Can we get a
Real
little more
mother for
monitor?
ya.
A little more monitor. Thank you.
I'm going to do a real mother for you, then bring Jacob up. Okay, thanks, guys. And he can just stay up.
All right. Tell you a little story. Gonna buy a new car. But the price ain't right. Too cold. Be a damn cent cheaper. Wow, wow. Start riding a bike. Get me a moped. Making milk out of powder. Yeah. Got the babies crying. Poor babies, they know what that stuff is. Rent's going up higher. Yeah, yeah. Got the balance line. I'll pay you tomorrow. Oh, it's a real mama for you, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover. You look, you will discover, yeah. Woo! It's a real mother for you, yeah. Too cold. Got to go to the disco. Ha. Throw your troubles away. Hey, hey, hey. Now dance to the music. Well, let the horn band play. Well, all right. Then the lights come on. Like I knew they would. Go on home and face the music, yeah. It don't sound too good, no it don't. Okay. Oh, it's a real mother for you, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover. You look, you will discover, yeah. Woo! It's a real mother for you, yeah. All right. Let me do that thing we did on the beginning. Go ahead. On the good foot. Play the blues. Go ahead. Too cold. Play the blues. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a real mother for you, yeah. It'll make you wanna run for cover. You look, you will discover, yeah. Woo. It's a real mother for you, yeah. It's a real mother for you, yeah. On the good foot. Wait a minute here. Pull over here, I gotta get some gas. Give me 3 gallons of low lead. Can't afford nothing else. Get down. What are them speed cars? 70 miles a gallon. It's a real motherfucker. That's right, 'cause it's a real motherfucker, yeah. 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 Oh, it's a real motherfucker. All right,
Yeah.
Bob, play the blues. Thank you.
Nice.
Jim Hergosi. Yes, indeed. I didn't say that, but on bass and vocals, give it up. Real mother for you, Johnny Guitar Watson. Let's bring up Jacob Chism up here. He's going to do a little Summertime in the Miles Davis bag. Jacob is from Granite Falls in middle school there. We're going to feature him and Ron. We're just going to back him up a little bit and have some fun with a cool Gershwin tune. This was written before Jacob was born, about 1932, but some of these things that have some shelf life, don't they? Yes, indeed.
That's the Gershwin. That's it.
Let's swing this a little bit, huh? One, two. Take some, Jacob. Take some. Go, buddy. Blow that sucker. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Put your hands together for Jacob, ladies and gentlemen. Go, Robbie. Yeah. That's Jacob, yes indeed. Granite Falls, summertime. Soul the first time on TV, yes indeed. All right. Do we got time for how much? Another tune and then credits, or how do you want to do that? For credits.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
To our crew tonight, working awfully hard at doing a great job on the crew stuff. We've got Paul Taylor, our director, Margene and Amy Watson working on technical directing together. Also Steve Carlson, our audio engineer tonight, Marilyn Munn, our floor director and camera. Harpo Howard was our announcer, Dolores Taylor on camera, Kyle on camera, Meg O'Brien on camera. We had help from Mike Hall tonight. We got to thank these people. They're working awfully hard on their Friday night every week and doing a great job of it. I also want to mention a couple of news items. Over $5,000 was raised in Bellingham for Kim Carson's benefit at the Wild Buffalo on Sunday. Really good benefit there. Nice to see that. Also, Keb Mo was wandering through town this week and was seen jamming at the Barrel in Burien last Tuesday. Look out. We'll see some photos and hear more stories about that jam session on July 18th show with Eureka. Matt Williams and his buddies going to play here in the studio. And let's see. Got to thank my studio audience tonight, included Miss Peggy, Rebecca, Matt, Nancy, Gary Manning, both supporting family members. Commander Whitehead here tonight. He's got his July 12th event at 45th and South Othello. It's Unity in the Community. Nice going. Also, Isaac Daniels here tonight. Bill Edson. We had Patrick in the studio audience. And our band, let's give it up for the band. On B3, Terry Nelson. On guitar, Bob Limbocker. Keith Bachman on the drums. Jim give me again? Hergosi on the bass. All right, I got to get that right. Robbie Jordan on baritone. Ooh, baritone sax. You never see that. You don't get to see that much. And in the very, very old hat, Brycen Manning playing the alto, Jacob Chism on the alto, Ron Hendee on the vocals and the flugal and the trumpet, Cameon Edson on the alto and tenor. Tenor also from Derrick DeGroot. A great band tonight, and you can, as I said earlier, see them all jamming tonight at Egan's 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock sets. The kids go home at 11, but we should have a good time in the heat tonight. Yeah, as I said, we'll take next week off and give you the best of with Early Bird and Jeff Jason, and then July 11th, we'll be back here with Steve Stefanowitz and a pre-Winthrop show. Okay, one more mention. This is Gay Pride weekend. Lisa Marshall and her band will be playing Sunday, 5 p.m. on the main stage. So much activity. I hope you are safe this weekend, and we're going to take it out. We got some instrumentals. It is BluesToDo TV. Thanks for being here. Real music for real people. All right. Nicely done, nicely done. Cool. You won the crowd over.